Right, good day, good afternoon, good morning, or whatever time of day it is. Welcome back to the channel. And today I am going to be putting some inhibitor into this central heating system. Now, on my previous video when I was fixing the leak in the valve, I said, I'm not going to do that because the boiler's going to be serviced. Well, the boiler's not due to be serviced for a while, and they probably won't put any of this in anyway, because they tend to do that, some of the gas engineers. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this inhibitor, and I know the writing's backwards, but I'm using the selfie mode on the camera, so it's lateral hängen, which roughly translated means central heating inhibitor. And if I turn the bottle around, it doesn't make any difference. Anyway, this is by Flowmaster, which you probably know comes from Screwfix here in the UK, and also B&Q, which are the same companies. Is there any difference between that and any other make? I don't know. It's all pretty much the same, to be honest, and it's according to the BS 7593 2019, so that must be the date, I don't know. Anyway, but there you go. We're going to be using a filling kit today to put this in, and it's quite a simple little device that goes on the side of the radiator. You just need to choose your radiator. So I'm going to do the same radiator that I was working on, but I'm going to go down to the boiler to turn it off at the moment. So the first thing we need to do is turn the boiler off, which is what I'm going to do now. Then we need to get some water out of this radiator. This is the day after I fixed it, by the way, so I obviously left the plumb tub just to flip it around a minute. So you can see there the plumb tub, and now I can show you what that bottle says as well. Central heating inhibitor, there you go. So yeah, the plumb tub is down there. There's no water in it, so that would assume that it has resolved the leak. Like I say, a bit of PTFE, a bit of thread paste, and it's sorted the problem out. So we're going to be putting the inhibitor in. I've got my little filling cup there, but like I said, we're going to go downstairs and turn the boiler off first. So this is a tour of the building site house that I'm working on. And the tenant has moved out, just about nearly. I've got quite a few jobs to do. I've got this room to decorate in here. I don't know what they're doing with that cover there. Still got some stuff in here. I think they probably might be picking all this up sooner or later. And it gets very dark now. So you can see the boiler light is flashing. So it's already been turned off. So I'm just going to turn it off. There. There's no pressure in the system. So we should be good to go. So I'm going to put some inhibitor in, like I said, and I can't see anything else to turn off there. The valve's shut off, so I'm just going to turn it off down there as well. And there you go, the power's gone off now, so I'm going to get it in. So I've just been working from the upstairs down, and like I said, I'm just going to show you how to do this now. It's quite a simple little job. New doors, look, everywhere. So, like I said, I don't think we've had any problems with any leaks as such. So, what we need to do is find somewhere to put the camera now. In the previous video I worked on the other valve, but now I'm going to do this one. So I'm just going to put the plumb tub there, and I'm just going to drain a tiny bit of water off, and obviously we can examine the water as it's coming out. Now we know from yesterday that turn the radiator off at both the valves. That's already been turned off, so we're alright there. I'm just going to drain a little bit off. I would probably suggest about half of it at least out of the radiator. So the same principle as before, bleeding key in the bleeding, and then you should be able to hear the air. It's pulling the air in, it's not pushing the air out now, and as a result you get the flow of water on your little valve there. So like I said, the valves are turned off. And it does take a while to get the of course if you pull the valve off it just goes everywhere, but it just speeds the process up a little bit. So you could judge it by the colour of the water now. It's not really murky or anything, it's about right really for central heating systems, but if you had a serious amount of rust coming out of your radiators or anything, then I would suggest you need to flush the system out, which is another video, how to flush the system out. It's not you just pour it into your handy little bucket again and get that back on. Tell you what, these plumb tubs are the best invention ever to be made. So I'm going to now I'm waiting for that. I'm now starting to remove the end cap here. And once you've got it started, you just come off with a screw there. And obviously we're just going to wait for that to drain off a little bit more. You're just making space for the inhibitor, that's all you're doing. So we're going to take the filling thing, and this just screws in theory. Screws into the thread, and I'm pretty sure that that's a 22, is it? No, gonna have to use this. Probably thinking, you're not putting any PTFE on that. Well, it's literally going to be taking it back out, so there's absolutely no point. It just needs to be in, that's all, as far as it'll go. And there we go. Once you've got that in, just hold it up. It gives you a nice little funnel, so you could pour the inhibitor in like that. So that'll just go in there like that. The plumb tub is about nearly full again now, so I'm just going to shut this off. As you see, you don't really need to drain the system too much, you just need enough out to be able to put your inhibitor back in. Now, probably see in my bucket there, it's probably what, about a litre. litre that's come out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to nip this back up now. Actually, I know what. So this should be, nip this back up so it stops leaking. Then we just need to open it now. The other side, the bleeding valve I've left open, so that should be fine. Don't need to do anything with that now, just leave that open at the other side, and we're just going to pour this in. I'll give you a closer look. There it is, going down. You start seeing it disappear down the funnel. And it's going in. Now, let's say you have a bathroom and you have one of those towel radiators that's in the bathroom, which most houses do have a bathroom. Most of them do have a towel radiator, but while I'm waiting for that to go down, I'm going to show you this bathroom. So, like I said, we're doing some work on this house at the moment. Here's the bathroom radiator, just a standard bathroom radiator. So if you had a towel radiator, you'd be up here somewhere, and you have the valve and the cap in the top. You just need to remove that and pour it in. You can just use a standard funnel for that. You don't need to use this filling kit that I've got, but this just makes it so much easier to get that inhibitor inside the radiator. Now, we've used the whole bottle there. There's absolutely none left in it now, so that should be good. That should be good to go. So all that's left to do is remove everything and put everything back and rebalance the system. So, need my spanner, which is in here. I'm going to remove this now. I've tightened up the radiator at the bottom. Like that. There's a bit of fluid coming out of that already, so that tells me it's more or less filled what was in there. You need to tighten that up. Make sure your one that you've removed is tightened up. Let it go. And then all that's left to do is top up the boiler system again. So we'll go back downstairs. Just grab my spanner because I might need that. And we're going to top up the boiler. So we need to turn this around so that it's open. I think that's it. I can hear the water going in, but I can't tell if this is open or not. Just a minute. There we go. And there we go, the pressure's rising again. So that tells us it's going back into the boiler. Now it's an idea to run it for 5 to 10 minutes, let it get up to temperature and allow that inhibitor to circulate. But I'm sure you know how to do that. We're not going to do that today because I'm just going to turn this off again. We need to get a new lever for that. And obviously the next thing to do is just bleed the air out of the radiator. Where you get one of them from, can't remember. But I'm just going to turn the radiator on here. I've got my key on my keys here, so I'm just going to pop that in there. And there we go. Now I would put a cloth or something there, but like I say, this house is empty, so we're not really that bothered about the carpets. But yeah, once the water starts coming out there, just shut it off, and then you can run your system, like I said, for 2 or 3 minutes. Not 2 or 3 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and you should be good to go. So that's your inhibitor, which is inside this radiator, and like I say, once it all starts flowing, it'll start going through the system, and that will protect your system. So there you go, guys, central heating inhibitor. So that's from Flowmaster. Enough there to do a central heating system for a 3-bedroom house. It's cheap as chips, and these will probably cost about, I don't know, 10 to 15 pounds. So if you're in the trade, it's well worth getting one. If you're just a DIY, then I would probably make something up. But I do believe some of these come with a kit to do it, to create a funnel. But like I say, you could probably make something. Or if you've got the towel radiator in your bathroom, you could use that. So anyway, guys, I hope you got something out of this video today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in another video soon. Thanks for watching, guys.